Report by the United Nations Development Programme UNDP is warning the planet's immediate risks are human-made, including climate change, rising inequalities and the recent emergence of the COVID-19 pandemic. The report paints a grim picture in which a surge in development is taking a toll on the planet, resulting in, among others, an increase in transmission of diseases from wildlife to humans. Kay Bade with details of the report dubbed The Next Frontier: Human Development and the Anthropocene.
The COVID-19 pandemic is the latest crisis facing the world, but unless humans release their grip on nature, it won't be the last. This is according to a report by the United Nations Development Programme, UNDP. The 30th Human Development Report 2020 reveals that although many countries have made gains in development, the pandemic may have hurt overall human development, calling on world leaders to take bold steps to reduce the immense pressure that is being exerted on the environment.
But our actions, particularly our dependence on fossil fuels and material consumption, are driving not just climate change and biodiversity collapse, but ocean acidification, air and water pollution, and land degradation. We are destabilizing we rely on for survival at unprecedented speed and level. The COVID-19 pandemic, which almost certainly sprang from animals to humans, is the latest harrowing consequence of planetary imbalance.
Speaking during the launch of the report in Nairobi, Chief Administrative Secretary, National Treasury and Planning, Nelson Gachuhi, said the country is undertaking active measures to reduce emissions and enhance vulnerability, as well as focus on a post-COVID recovery process.
The recovery strategy will prioritize policies, programs and projects which generate broad-based inclusive economic growth, as well as foster job creation, reduce poverty and inequality, take into account climate change impacts, and meet the 17 Sustainable Development Goals and the goal of Africa Union 2030.
University of Nairobi Vice-Chancellor Professor Stephen Kiama called for the need to contextualize freedoms in the context of taking care of the planet.
Certain actions that disrupt the planet because we don't have the right values. And how do we ensure, therefore, that we have the right values and the right ethics? I think the book, the report, tries to elaborate quite a bit on this, on how various practices can be adopted by communities. So we must adopt the right values, ethics, and attitudes. We must have compassion over the planet. We must think about it, that for our generation and the generation to come, what are we leaving them on?
The Human Development Reports makes recommendation for change that generate attention and debate among stakeholders and policy makers, as well as raise public awareness of ideas about human development. They promote resource mobilization in key areas of development and trigger responses to the needs of the most vulnerable in the society. For Channel One News, I am Kay Bade.